In the quiet village of Abaka, there lived a girl named Uku. She was the kind of beauty people couldn't ignore. Her bright eyes, smooth skin, and striking presence turned heads wherever she went. Yet, beneath her beauty was a fierce reputation. Men feared her more than they admired her, because Uku despised them and made no effort to hide it. Unlike other girls in the village, Uku didn't laugh or smile. Her stern demeanor kept people at a distance. When men tried to approach her, things quickly turned violent. She refused to let them near her, and if they dared, she would beat them mercilessly. Many men bore the evidence of her strength: black eyes, swollen cheeks, and bruises. "Stay away from her," they warned one another. "She's not like the others." One day, Uku went to the market to buy food. The marketplace was crowded and noisy, with vendors calling out their wares. As Uku moved through the crowd, a young man, not watching where he was going, accidentally bumped into her. In an instant, Uku's hand flew through the air. Slap! The sound echoed, and the market fell silent. The man stood frozen, his cheek red and stinging. "I'm sorry," he stammered before fleeing in fear. The villagers watched in disbelief, but no one dared intervene. The women shook their heads, whispering to one another, "She's done it again." Uku left the market as if nothing had happened, but the fear of her grew even stronger that day. Despite her reputation, many men in Abaka still wanted to marry Uku. Her beauty and strength were irresistible to some. They thought they could tame her, make her gentle, or win her heart with gifts and sweet words. But Uku saw through their tricks. Whenever a suitor tried to get too close, she would send him away battered and bruised. Even the village chief believed his son could win her over. "She won't dare touch him," he boasted. But when his son tried to charm Uku, she punched him so hard he lost 2 teeth. The chief, though furious, knew better than to challenge her. The men of Abaka soon realized that Uku was untouchable. The elders of the village, worried about Uku's behavior, decided to confront her. They called her to the village square, where a curious crowd gathered. Uku arrived, standing tall and unafraid as the elders began their questioning. "Why do you hate men?" one elder asked. "Why do you reject every suitor so violently?" Uku's gaze was steady as she replied, "I will never let a man control me." Her words shocked the villagers, but she refused to explain further. The elders, puzzled and unsatisfied, let her go, and the whispers about her grew louder. One afternoon, while fetching water from the stream, Uku slipped on a rock and hurt her foot. A farmer nearby saw her struggle and ran to help. As he bent to tend her injury, Uku, misinterpreting his intentions, lashed out. "Bam!" She punched him in the face, shouting, "Don't touch me!" The farmer, bruised and confused, tried to explain, "I was only helping." But Uku wouldn't listen. News of the incident spread quickly. "She even attacked someone trying to help her," the villagers murmured, their fear of Uku deepening. Among those who heard the stories was the village prince. Intrigued by her beauty and independence, he decided to approach her. The prince brought gifts, fine clothes, rare fruits, and sparkling jewelry, but Uku remained cautious. She neither welcomed nor rejected him outright, leaving the villagers to wonder if he might be the one to win her over. One day, the prince invited Uku for a walk by the stream. As they strolled, the prince, feeling confident, reached out to hold her hand. To Uku, this was an act of control, a violation of her boundaries. Her temper exploded. She attacked the prince, leaving him battered and bruised. His guards rushed to his aid, carrying him back to the palace. When the king heard what had happened, he was furious. "Bring her to me," he commanded. The villagers gathered at the palace, eager to see what would happen. Uku arrived, unafraid, standing tall before the king. "Why did you attack my son?" he demanded. For a moment, Uku was silent. Then, with tears in her eyes, she revealed the pain she had carried for years. She spoke of her father, a man who had abused her mother daily. One day, during a small argument, he beat her mother so severely that she lost her unborn child and, shortly after, her life. After her father's death, Uku lived with uncles who were just as cruel. She witnessed them mistreat their wives and other women, using threats and violence to assert control. "I was just a child," Uku said, her voice trembling. "I couldn't protect my mother, but I swore I would never let a man hurt me again." The villagers were silent, moved by her story. They had seen Uku as a troublemaker, but now they understood her strength came from a place of deep pain. The men who had wronged women felt shame, and the women, many with their own silent struggles, saw Uku as a symbol of resilience. Even the prince,